Hey everybody, welcome back to Getting Sober ... again. That was my coffee mug for sale, so if you haven't gotten one, grab one by clicking the link down below. How you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. So today, I wanted to give you a couple of updates on some things that I'm working on and my MRI results. I got an MRI yesterday. I think I made a video a couple of days ago, and I talked about how, one of the reasons why I quit drinking and whatever else is because coincidentally, I had some internal pains and some pain that radiated around towards my back, and I had wondered if maybe it was my fault, why I was getting aches and pains in my back and in my side, and I thought maybe it was my kidneys. And after we do all of the years of drinking and whatever else, I had been smoking too in the past, just cigarettes. But I didn't smoke a lot. I smoked on my absolute worst days, highly intoxicated, if I went to a music festival or something, I would smoke I'd smoke a pack of cigarettes. But that was rare. That'd be one time a year I would smoke a whole pack of cigarettes in a day. I would smoke maybe 3 cigarettes a day, maybe, sometimes 2, sometimes 1, sometimes I wouldn't smoke at all. But I did that for 15 years. And mostly when I was just drinking. And then with the drinking too, I don't know if I really ever answered how much I was drinking, but again, it wasn't crazy out of control in my opinion. I was definitely binge drinking when you look at the definition. The definition of binge drinking is for men, I think it's 5 or more beverages, 5 or more units of alcohol in a 2-hour span. And then for women, it's 4 or more units of alcohol in a 2-hour span. So I was drinking, when I would drink, I wouldn't wake up and drink. I would rarely drink during the day because I knew it would just shut me down if I drank during the day. Sometimes I wanted that. Sometimes, in more painful moments, I was going through breakups and losses, and lost my dad, and I lost my great aunts, and some other events that were going on. And there were just sometimes I just didn't want to be awake, and I knew that if I drank during the middle of the day, I was gonna pass out. So but again, drinking excessively, I might escape. I might have gone out for lunch and got lunch, and then I might have 2 shots and 2 beers, and then I would go home and just pass out for a few hours. Mostly just because I was kind of depressed about my life and where things were headed and what direction they were going in. And but when I would go out at night and drink, even when back in the old days when bars were open till 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, I was only drinking. I would drink on a bad day. I would probably have maybe 10 drinks. But this is a long a marathon of drinking. If I had a whole day off, I might go and shoot pool, and I'd start drinking at 4 o'clock, and then if I was able to just kind of ride that wave and not get too intoxicated, I may have kept drinking from 4 o'clock until maybe 10 o'clock at night or until midnight, and I might have 10 drinks. But it was typical that I would have anywhere between 2 to 6 drinks, something like that in a night. So it doesn't sound like it's that crazy, and maybe it's not to you, or I'll talk about in one of my upcoming projects, which is 101 celebrities that got sober. One of them is Tommy Lee. I don't even know if I put him in there because I don't trust. Sorry, Tommy Lee, but I don't trust that Tommy Lee is gonna get sober and just stay sober. But he was drinking something 2 liters or 2 gallons, 2 liters, I think it was. Whatever the number is, it's even more ridiculous. But I can't remember. But that's a lot. That's a lot of vodka, right? And obviously, you would guess that if you were drinking even 1 liter of vodka, which is more than a fifth, right? So a fifth is 750 milliliters. And then a liter is 1,000, I think, milliliters. And then, so even if you drank a fifth, if you drank 750 milliliters, that's the size of a wine bottle, right? If you drank that much liquor in a day, I don't foresee you having a lifespan of any more than, 20 drinking years. You're probably gonna, you know, check out in your 40s or in your 50s. But some people are anomalies. Some people make it, you know, our bodies are amazing, resilient machines. That's what's kind of crazy, because you know that you could build up a tolerance to alcohol or whatever. Even like, you know, you hear stories about people on like opiates, taking like Oxycontin. They start off with a little bit and then they get a little bit more, and then they get a little bit more, heroin and whatever, crack, cocaine, you name it, meth, and they just need more and more and more and more and more. Because they used to get a little, and a little doesn't do it, so a little got more and more. To quote the American poets Guns N' Roses from the song Mr. Brownstone. But you know, our tolerance gets higher, and with that, our bodies are amazing machines that they can keep us alive. That's you know, there's all kinds of systems of regulation within our body. You know, if there's too much of one thing, your body sends out more chemicals to balance out the one thing, so that you stay level, so you don't have crashes, insulin spikes, things like that. So alcohol floods your brain, as we all know, with dopamine, and then what ends up happening is when we have that first drink, that first shot, we get that dopamine release, we get that dopamine hit, and we feel great and we feel awesome. And our brain says, get more of whatever that was, get more of it. But then also too, your brain, your body secretes another chemical, which I forgot the name of, I'll put it on the screen. So when you feel up, it says, whoa, that's a little too up, we gotta do something about that. And it releases this chemical, and then that chemical is meant to bring you down and try to regulate that. And then what ends up happening is it just kind of keeps going, and sometimes it doesn't stop for many hours or many days. And then that's where we feel depressed, right? And we'll feel like the whole next day depressed in the morning until we can get our little dopamine hit with alcohol, right? But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about most of the stuff I just come into these videos with an open mind, and I just, you know, I go off on tangents, and I hope that it all connects. So it's not really scripted. But let's see. There were a couple of things I want to talk about, some upcoming projects. So the MRI update, I think, was what I started to talk about, and then I've been talking for 7 minutes now. But the MRI update, everything came out normal. Yay! So they had found, I had a CT scan that found 2 potentially hepatic, I think that's how you say it, hepatic lesions, 1.6 centimeters. And the MRI with contrast, that found, instead of 2 lesions, it found 1 lesion, and that 1 lesion was smaller. It was 1.1 centimeters. So I don't know if that was just because the CT scan picks up things differently, but I would like to believe that it's because my healthy diet and not drinking or smoking or anything else, putting any other junk in my body. I also cut out, but in that month, I also cut out, I had consumed 0 sugars, and I was trying my darndest to be on a keto diet. I may have unintentionally knocked myself out of ketosis, but I started off the year fasting, so I was doing nothing. So January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, I fasted just water. And then I started onto a keto diet, which is very high fat. So, you know, I was having stomach pains and all that, which is what I was talking about in the beginning, and I lost my train of thought. But I was having like stomach pains, and I'm still experiencing like a little bit, so I was worried. And then I went to the gastronomist. I forgot I don't even know what the department's called. I'll put it on screen. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Because I don't want to talk about like the food. Gastronomy. But I went to gastro at the Cleveland Clinic, and they were like, let's check your stool samples. Let's check your enzyme levels. We'll do a CT scan. Let's see if there's anything obvious in there, everything like a tumor or anything like that. So long story short, the MRI picked up nothing, no tumors, no stones, everything looked good. My gallbladder was cited as being unremarkable. So there were no remarks to be made about it. It was unremarkable. So hopefully it was because of my diet. And if you want to know more about my diet, maybe I'll make a future episode But I did try ketosis. I tried the keto diet. I did like it. I did like the constant stream of energy throughout the day, but I did find out that coincidentally that high fat diet is not good for your pancreas. And you know what else is not good for your pancreas? Drinking alcohol is like the #1 main culprit of pancreatitis and potentially developing gallstones or blocking your the duct. And then also smoking. So those two are basically like, it's like 59 point something percent, and then smoking is like 58 point something percent of the reason why people have pancreatitis or any other pancreas related issues. And then the other one too is, what the pancreas does is releases different enzymes, elastase and whatever else. And then that helps to break down fat and proteins. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor, sorry. But it is stressed out, the pancreas is stressed out when you consume a lot of fats. So here I thought I was doing something good. And then the pancreas, the amount of enzymes it's supposed to be releasing into your stool was something like the number is supposed to be like over 200, like between 100 and 200 is pretty good, but over 200 is ideal. And I was at 18. So that's not good. So I think it might have something to do with the keto diet. Other than that, I feel pretty good. I think I look pretty good. Good results at the gym. And today is actually the first day that I broke ketosis. I voluntarily had oatmeal for breakfast, which is normally my breakfast of choice. But I'm introducing carbs back into my diet now. And I don't really have a lot of fat to lose anyway. So I'm already pretty lean. I weigh like 160, between 160 and 165 pounds, depending. So MRI results came out good, so I still have to figure out like what's next. I might have to do a colonoscopy. Thanks for asking. Sorry, might be too much information. But took a break from keto. We talked about that. Updates, future episodes. So if you're interested in any of these, comment below. And if you're tired of me not having information and stuttering a bunch, comment below. Don't do that. Be nice. So anyway, health risks of alcohol. That's gonna be a topic, an upcoming topic. I'm writing a script for that, so I'll actually have notes. I won't be just like freestyling off the top of my head, which will be good because it'll be more helpful because I'll know what I'm talking about. It's really hard for me to remember names of things, Latin terminology for medical conditions and whatever. So I'm gonna talk about that. Script is mostly written. And then the next one will be, another one will be how many calories are in my drink? It's just something that we just don't think about. Like we don't think about the things that are bad for us. We are aware that they're bad for us, right? But then we don't often think about like, well, how bad are they for us? And then, so how many calories are in my drink? And then 101 celebrities that got sober. So that'll be interesting. I'll just do a brief intro at the beginning of it, and then it'll be basically a slideshow where I don't talk and you can just skip through and hit the next button if you want. It'll be timed out every 5 seconds. Because if you skip forward, it goes ahead 5 seconds. When you skip forward, you could just go to the next celebrity and pause it and read, and then go to the next one, pause, read 101 times. And then also too, I'm gonna do a list of supplements for alcohol recovery. That'll be another one too. So that way, I'll put a list below of all the things that I take and all the things that are, have been proven to help rebuild the liver, the kidneys, things like that, and cleanse the liver and the kidneys and help you to, get nice, healthy, shiny skin and all that good stuff. And then if you have any suggestions for any future videos, please comment below. And then while you're down there too, don't forget to like this video. It makes me feel really happy. It gives me endorphins since I'm not drinking anymore, right? And then also too, I always try to write back to you. Also too, in the previous video, if you haven't, I think number 47, comment below on that one if you have any resources, books, I forgot to mention, any resources that inspired you to help you get sober. Some of you were even nice enough to say me. Thank you for that. So any YouTubers, any other people that have any like video or audio books or podcasts or regular books or magazines, anything at all that would help, that you thought was helpful to you in your recovery and your sober journey, comment below in the previous video, number 47. If I remember, I'll put a link right up there, and then you can go watch that one. Actually, it'll be at the end of this video anyway, because I always, at the end of the videos, I link to the previous video. So that is all for now. I have to go get a haircut. So the next time you see me, I will look may be a little different. All right, good luck on your journey, and I will see you in the next video.